All right, guys, let's give that a minute, see how everything looks. This is not obviously my usual setup. Got the usual gang here, though. How's everybody doing today? We got Careless, GP, Mary, David Danderan. Gold is where you find it. Aaron, welcome everybody. A3 Sky Warrior. A little bit of something different today. B&K, welcome, my friend. Mama Bird in the house. How does everything look? Everything look okay? You can see the sluice. Hobo Rob, how's it going, pal? Yeah, that is the Martin Prospecting gutter sluice, aka, as I like to call him, Dirt Russell. I'm hoping to accumulate some gold in this bad boy today, that's for sure. So we are cooking up a batch of cons, Mama Bird. So that is, before I started doing my lives, this is actually how I used to process my gold all the time. Yeah, so Flower Gold Wizards actually got the other half of this dirt. This is from last year. Long story short, when I was first starting my channel, I wanted to send out some dirt to some popular YouTubers, have them kind of feature it on their channel, right? And, you know, get my name out there a little bit. Kind of like what you and GP are doing right now. And, you know, the only one that was super receptive and didn't ask a million questions was Jason, because he is an absolutely awesome, spectacular legend. He got a jar of dirt, and he got 0.6 something grams. I think it was 0.65 grams out of it. So this dirt is actual sluice concentrates. I've already run them through a sluice, and that's why we're here today with just my cleanup sluice and not my great big setup. But there will be bubbles, I promise. More tornadoes, Careless. That absolutely sucks. So this is actual dirt that's come out of my sluice. Last year, sat on a shelf because no other YouTuber wanted it to feature my channel. And I was up at the camp, and the water is 6 foot over what it normally is. Not a chance I was getting in the creek. So I didn't think I was actually going to have a video this week, to be honest with you, which is why I kind of figured, what the hell, I grabbed this jar. And I figured we'd do that today in lieu of a video. And sure enough, GP and Mama's bag of dirt showed up at my door, so we're going to have a video tomorrow anyways. Yeah, be safe, Careless, absolutely. But I mean, this year's been hell on you guys, so I'm sure you're pretty much used to it by now. Well, I know you're used to it by now, so. So I did, I won't share too much. I panned out GP and Mama's dirt this afternoon before this live. I went and picked up the young lad at his work. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I love, that's why I like pay dirt. Not so much for the, well, I love the gold, of course, but being able to pan dirts from different areas that I don't normally prospect is fantastic. And I super enjoyed it. And you're going to see that tomorrow in a video. We'll premiere that. I'll talk to GP and Mama. I know you had just said, GP, that you guys might be on the road. I can reschedule. I'd really like you guys to be there when I premiere that video. It would mean a lot to me, and you know, it's so generous of you guys to send that. So I can postpone it for whatever time works for you guys. Yeah, I mean, you can just go outside, Aaron. I've done them in the city before. It's no big deal. Well, mind you, I guess you've got mercury, right? I don't have the mercury to deal with, so it's not a great big deal. I mean, worst case, well, I'm sure you do. You just sit it out in the sun. But hey, Mary, how are you? The rehearsal starts at 6. You know what? I mean, I can hold it off as long as it takes. It doesn't really matter to me. It's more important to me that you guys are there for the premiere because you guys did a fantastic job. Any ideas? I know, congratulations, by the way, to Mama and GP for hitting 500 subs. I just want to make sure that I get this dirt done and send some folks your way before your giveaway. Hope you guys cooked something better tonight than I did. I am having some sausages on the grill later. Me and my young man having a sausage fest. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I figured we'd get these cons cooking and we'd give everyone a little bit of time to chat. I know from firsthand experience, you spend the first half hour of the chat saying hello to everybody. How much coinage? It's not a piggy bank, Barry. It's actually got some river gravels in the bottom holding him down. Philippe, you absolute legend. $5. That's 5 entries. The catered is ordered. The big giveaway, I should mention that while we're in. We're going to do a party Labor Day Monday. All goes well. Yeah, B&K, I actually saw your video. Saw you running the, I know yours has the original sticker up top, but the exact same as mine with the legs and everything. It's a fantastic little cleanup sluice. I really do want to try the Flower Gold Wizards cleanup sluice, but you know what? I'm going to get it anyway, just because even though this one works fine. Hey, Scotland and Kermudge in the house. And yes, I did see that, Philip. Like I said, that's five entries. What a legend. It's going to be good. Everybody that's a regular in the chat has tons of entries. I was typing them in. I do every live stream. I keep an Excel spreadsheet updated so that I don't lose any. That might happen, Mary. You don't know. We don't know. Hey, freaking awesome in the house. Great to see you, my friend. I'm in a pretty good mood in case nobody noticed. It's been a good day. I got all my yard work done. I was up at the camp yesterday, so I slept like a baby because I was outside cutting wood. Since I couldn't prospect, I made good use of my trip. I picked up these cons. A lot more cons in that little jar than I thought there'd be. Hey, Gail is in the house. Archaeology and Gold, welcome. Careless, you're going to get a sticker and you're going to get a replacement gem jar because that's bullshit. I sent stuff out to you and Mary. Everything, like I said, sorry, we got a traffic jam on the road, which here is one car. Everything, like I said, was held up at customs. It's been a shit time. Customs went on strike. So I'm going to send another gem jar out your way. It's no problem. I got plenty. very humid out today, which is why I'm not standing over those cons while they're cooking. No, I have to, Careless. It's not a big deal. It's not the money. It's the principle of them not friggin'. And of course, because it was a gold pan and gem jar, how do you put a value on that, right? So it wasn't insured. It did say, I did check the box, however, that if it's undeliverable, they're supposed to send it back. And I haven't received it back yet. Careless, I figured with that red hair, you're either Irish or Scottish descent, one or the other. And I know you don't drink much. Well, you know what? Us Scots like our beverages too. Cones are almost done. You have to get all the moisture out of these before you can remove those magnetics. I figured to be different, something different for you guys to see than normal. Well, I'm always a little bit different than normal, but other than just regular sluicing and panning. Plus, I'm assuming and hoping, if Flower Gold Lizards got 0.65 out of them, and I split them directly in half, I'm hoping to get that much as well. So this actually represents, I know it's all in a little pan, but it actually represents 3 days of prospecting. So I had a week's worth of prospecting cons, and I sent half to Jason at Flower Gold and kept half. Because like I said at the time, I didn't know all you guys. And no other YouTuber actually wanted them. Not without asking a whole bunch of stupid questions and making me jump through hoops. I'm like, dudes, I'm giving you free gold. What the hell's your problem? And here we are. No giant nuggets popping out at me just yet. And there probably won't be. Getting there. We're almost done. Flashing your pan in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Curly Bill in the house, hopefully at home with his suspenders and top hat on, or whatever that hat was. He's usually on around 8 o'clock. Schedule. I didn't have time to look today. Wes Hatful in the house. Wayne Radio, good to see you, pal. We need to get this sluice replaced, Wes, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll have to talk to Jason. It's really humid here today. Like I said, I got all my yard work done and I've had 2 showers today already. Just gross. That's one thing I need to get that I've always wanted, and I can't find one at a decent price here in Canada, is a metal gold pan. To be able to pour these hot into a metal gold pan, as it sits, I'm going to have to let them cool down and pour them into my plastic pan to take the magnetics out. If anyone told you guys 20 years ago you'd be sitting here on YouTube watching some grown man cook dirt, what would you have said? Master, hello friend. Alright, so this is pretty much cooked. I'm going to turn that off, let it cool down for a few minutes before I put it in the plastic gold pan. If I told you that 1 year ago, probably about right. If you'd have told me 1 year ago, I would be cooking dirt on YouTube. Well, there you go. Ah. Oh. All right. I'm gonna get these cons to cool down a little quicker. Now, probably putting that on a wood table would probably, while be entertaining, would not be a good idea. It's great to see everyone on a Thursday. I don't get to hang out with you guys on weekdays. Well, on everyone else's stream. You would think Garrett would ship anywhere. Scotland, they're pretty, and be everywhere, right? I know Arbor Fabricating is what I really want, but man, I don't want to take a second mortgage out on my house just to buy a classifier. All right. So while we're waiting, let me see if I can. I want you guys to be able to see me taking the magnetics out. I'll just move the camera when the time comes. There we go. Yeah, Flash. The ones Jason made with a punch plate were pretty cool looking. I wouldn't mind trying something like that. Ugh. Let's see how hot these things are. Yeah, good enough. Okay, that's pretty damn hot. Don't want to melt my gold pan. That was probably not very well thought out. But there's a good look at the cons, if anybody's interested. But at least splitting them in half, they'll cool a little quicker. No, that's not too bad. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick, and then we'll start pulling some magnetics out. I do have my my removal magnet and my black sands jar. Hey, troubled one in the house. Andy's candy. That's all right. We haven't started sluicing yet. You're right on time. Perfect. Yeah, I've actually shipped dirt to the U.S. When I shipped the jar to Jason GP, I wrote sterilized soil sample in it. And it made it through okay. Troubled one. I've been there, done that, pal. Nothing worse than sitting down at your computer or whatever you use to edit, and you pull your video up and all you see is like 4 fingers or a pan or a bucket or... Hey, Georgianne, great to see you. All right. So there is nothing keeping us, I guess, from removing magnetics from the first batch here. So I'll see if you guys... Let me move the camera down. There we go. That's not good enough for the girls I go with anyways. Let's see how much fun we're going to have today. Eesh. Bob Ross haircut. Right there. All right. I suppose the smart thing to do would have been to bring that black sands jar with me instead of trying to walk around to it. So we'll throw that in and go back for some more. There we go. Healthy amount of black sands, I would say. Clean as we go because I'm a fancy boy. Hey, Wally's in the house. No bubble beard today, Wally. You say that, Mary, but OCD, I am. It's the military in me that's a little fussy on things. Holy crap. That escalated quickly, didn't it? Just from bubbling away, all the heavy settled in the bottom of the frying pan. It's funny, Megadog. Hi, by the way, Megadog. Forgot to say hi when I saw your comment, but it's funny you mention all the beautiful ladies in here. When I look at my channel demographics, it's like 5% of people that watch my videos are women. It's growing. I think it's up to like 8%. But then when I come and do a live, they're all here. All right, so that's good. Do that one drop and pick up. And we're ready for some bubbles and sluicing. Have to get some water on those cons, but I save all my black sands and process them all later. Put this over there. Get that camera adjusted back up. Yeah. 11%, Aaron. You're pulling them in big time, pal. You're not single anymore. Send some of those my way. Oh boy. That Canadian allure, right? Oh. 41 amazing people watching. That's fantastic. Michael Cuevas, welcome. Let's get this sluice plugged in anyway. Now the only pain in the butt with this thing is trying to get the pump to stay somewhat submerged. Maybe if we put it in kind of sideways. Mandy, welcome to Hasty. Hello. Thank you very much. That'll give you some more free entries into that draw that we are going to do. Labor Day Monday is going to be the big party. Yeah, Wally, I thought that it's got 4 suction cups on the bottom, but it doesn't seem to want to stick well to this. Maybe now that's, no, see, it doesn't want to stick. It's essentially just an aquarium pump, right? Well, not essentially just an aquarium pump, it's just an aquarium pump, period. But it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so let me get these, whoops. Let me get some water into these cons. Actually haven't put my little pool away, so we'll just splash some water into that. There we go. Yeah, we'll use the cons to hold the pump down. David Peckham's not going to have much room to swim today, but that's all right. He's just going to have to deal with it. Nathan Aaron, that is a Martin Prospecting gutter sluice. You can get those on Amazon or on eBay. They're usually around 90 to 100 bucks if you get everything with the leg kit, the pump and the hose and stuff. It's got a shut-off valve in the middle. I run it wide open. It doesn't make much of a difference. Feeling a little bubbles is going to go a long way in this setup. There we go. Hey, Tim Springston, how's it going, pal? Those microscopes are awesome, Gail. I have one myself, and I didn't go out and buy the expensive one with the screen. I mean, I guess it all depends on how much you want to spend, but the one I have was 30 bucks Canadian, and it works like awesome. So Francisco, again, that's the Martin Prospecting gutter sluice, and those go for somewhere around 100 bucks, Amazon, eBay. And being the Canadian prospector I am, I just happen to be carrying my shovel spoon with me. That's a pretty healthy amount of bubbles, actually, for this little setup. All right. So in my experience, when you feed this thing, I just kind of put the spoon in and I let the sluice just peel it off the spoon. It is running a little quick. You know what? Not terrible. I do see some gravel staying behind. Cons are still warm, but that shouldn't affect anything. And I do see my first piece of gold in the sluice. There's a couple, actually. And some pyrite as well. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I don't see gold at the bottom of the sluice, but I am seeing some pyrite at the bottom of the sluice. So just turn it down a hair. There we go. Perfect. Get rid of some of these extra gravels. The nice thing with this sluice is that when it does start accumulating gold, 90% of it's going to be like up here. So we should be able to see some nice gold building up in the sluice. And yeah, I will bring you guys in for a better look. ran out of bug spray today mowing the lawn, so I have a feeling as it gets more humid and later on at night I'm gonna get inundated with mosquitoes, but we won't be here too long. Oh. Have a good one, Wally. Thanks for swinging by. So what would I say about the gutter sluice product is it works. I mean, it's not fancy. Um, it comes with a V matting, which is a really good cleanup matting. Um, very simple to use. You don't need a whole lot of area. You could run this in your bathroom or in your kitchen if you wanted to. You had ceramic floors. My only drawback, and I've been trying to think of a new design, the legs kind of suck on it, to be honest with you. Ooh. It is kind of a marshmallow effect we got going on. It's not going over the sides. There we go. We get Ben Sluicing covered a little too. If he can't see the gold, he can't steal the gold. That's my theory. Ugh. Night, Gary. Thanks for swinging by. Hey, Prairie Prospecting. Didn't see you come in there. Welcome. What would I do to improve the lakes? I think if I was up to me, I'd actually get rid of the legs and build a little stand for it. Holy smokes, is that a flake of gold? That's a flake of gold right there. I don't know if you guys will see it later, but that is a big flake of gold. Flat as a pancake, but a flake of gold nonetheless. Don't want to play around near it too much and set it loose. We are catching some very nice gold. Let's take a peek at chat, and I'll show you guys that flake of gold, and then maybe we'll give away a couple of entries. So Tim, these are cons from my camp. They're not, well, I say local. They're camps 2 hours west of here. Last year, I was on vacation. So I own my own business now, but last year I didn't. So to prospect for any length of time, I used to have to take a vacation instead of just buggering off a day here, a day there. And when I was getting my channel started, I sent a jar. So it's 6 days worth of work. 3 of those days went to Flower Gold Wizards, and I had another jar that another YouTuber could have had, and no one wanted to bite. I was kind of sending them out to get my channels, started and going. and no one would take them. But not without asking a bunch of stupid questions and making demands, so I said the hell with it and I kept them. The only legend that took them and made a big deal out of them was Jason, because he is just that awesome. Alaskan Assassin in the house. Welcome, pal. You guys probably want to see some gold. What was what again, Ed? Let's have a look at this gold building up top. We're a little over halfway done. Look at that flake. Everything else is small flour, but look at that. It's very flat. I'm being really, really careful not to move that, but that is a nice piece of gold right there. But yeah, that represents 3 days worth of prospecting. These are actual sluice cons from my bigger sluice, the way I know you would normally run them if you weren't like me and doing a live stream on Sundays. And men's mouth, you're looking about $100 for the sluice. It's called the Martin Prospecting Gutter Sluice, and you can get them on eBay or Amazon. Dirt Russell. You're welcome, Minesmouth, and welcome, by the way. Ed says more bubbles. Ed gets more bubbles. I don't know where they're going to go or what's going to happen with them, because they just seem to be hanging around on the table, but I don't know if that'd even fit in a snuffer. And you know what? That's a good call out, Mandy, because I think I forgot to bring my snuffer out. Tim, I'm about where I am now, about half an hour from Messina, New York. You're right, you can really make one of these fairly cheap. It's just an aquarium pump. It's a gutter with a piece of eaves trough with an eaves trough end cap. And then you just got to get the V-matting. I don't know how much V-matting costs. It's the only piece that I have because it came with the sluice. But I know when Flower Gold Wizards did my dirt that I sent him, he got a picker that was in my snuffer bottle. I don't think I have any other pickers in here. That flake's probably the nicest thing we're going to see today, but I'll still take it. And I've actually, because we're plugged in, obviously my large sluice uses batteries, but because we're plugged in, I've actually got I had my heat gun somewhere. I can run in and grab it. Depending on what time we're finishing, I can actually try this out. We can actually get a weight today if you guys want. The nice thing with using a cleanup sluice is it's not going to take me forever to pan like it usually does on Sundays. But yeah, B&K, I saw you've got the same sluice. Like, they are really, really good little cleanup sluices for what they are. But like you guys saw, everything's accumulating in like the top third. I don't really need to replace it. I'd like to get the Flower Gold Lizards cleanup sluice, only because it's something new to try and also to support Jason, obviously. He's such an awesome dude. Some really nice gold in there. Awesome. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera at all. GP with his monthly membership upper. Here we go, pal. Ooh. Oh, I just moved the flake. Oh, it's right there. Oh. What do you guys think? Should I pick that flake out with my fingers? Just don't want to dislodge a bunch of other stuff. What do you guys think? $24K, welcome. All right. We got no snuffer and no tweezers, so it's fingering. It's up to my fingers to pick that little guy out. Oh, it's thin. It is really thin, guys. I got it. Oh, that is crazy thin. Oh, I got a dime in my pocket. Here we go. One flake. Well, two flakes if you count me. Wes, buddy. 10, but holy cow, Wes, that's 10 entries for you. Thanks, you absolute legend. Yeah, I wish it was a nugget. I couldn't have picked that. I had to, like, tweezer it out of there. It was standing straight up in the ripple. I had to tweezer it out. You want to see it again, Gail? Grab a dime out of my pocket. Oh, I got a pull tab for metal detecting. There we go. That'll do. There is the flake beside my metal detected pull tab. Yes, it's an extremely flat Ontario nugget. How's that? EMF in the house. How's it going, pal? It does, Wes. That little fisher, and it is so light. That's what I love about it. It's so really light. You can swing that all day, and it doesn't hurt your arm or Friday Night 666. Crazy handle, but another fellow Canuck. Welcome, pal. Roadkill nugget. Yeah, I got run over by it was once a 1 gram chunker, and it must have got run over by something. Yeah, let's go with that. Hey, Steve, welcome. All right, so I didn't bring my little pad out for entries. I don't have a pen on me either. So I'm going to ask everyone in chat to pick a number between 1 and 50. And I'm not going to look. I'm going to walk over there somewhere. And when I come back in like 30 seconds, a minute, one number between 1 and 50, one number only. And you guys can win entries, and I'll make a note of them. I do go back over my streams to get everybody's entries. So one number between 1 and 50, go. I'm going to walk over there so I can't be biased and see anything. All right. So let's go with the number 42. Whoever was closest or had 42. $43. So Tim, that's an entry for Tim. Thank you, GP, for confirming. Good job, Tim. So we'll get you another entry into the draw. Now let's get back to some sluicing. For those of you, which is most of you that come to my sluicing on Sundays, you can see why the optimum way of doing this is running it through a regular sluice followed by a cleanup sluice, because I'm doing 3 days worth of cons here, and it's not taking me hardly any time at all. Super easy. I see lots of pyrite in there too. That's going to be a bugger. We're almost done with the sluice. The gnome is foaming at the mouth. Yeah, it's That's where all the bubbles are coming from. Three weeks and 5 days to Coos Canyon. That's awesome, Tom. So GP, I'll send you an email after this, or you can send me an email anytime. Let me know when it's a good time this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, for me to go live with that. We'll premiere that video for you. I gotta finish the editing tonight, and then I'll upload it. If I find another big nugget, you have to do the Santa beard. I love how you guys make the rules around here. The backlog of tailings, that's what you need that for, Gail. And I'm sure you're a good enough panner. I've seen you pan that you're not going to have big nuggets in those tailings. That's what that's for. Bubbles are bubbly, Steve. Good call. Wally's back just for the bubbles. Got like bugs getting caught in the bubbles too. It's kind of disconcerting, to be honest with you. Disconcerting, that's the $5 word of the day. So I do see gold as far down as here, nothing afterwards. So what I'm going to do, got the pan that held my cons, I'll put some bubbles in there. I'm going to slop that around a little bit, make sure we're getting everything. Yep, they're all classified in advance with the pen mesh. That flake would have just barely made it through, I'd imagine. Ooh. Warm out. Looks like meringue. Right on. All right. Just don't want to leave anything in the bottom of the pan, obviously. And we do have some gold in this pan, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get that. Well, I guess I could put it into my little pan. Not a lot, but some nonetheless. Miss Charlie, welcome. A lot of pyrite in this pan too. Probably should have brought my snuffer bottle out with me. I don't know if it's gold you guys will see on camera or not. fairly small. All right, I'm just going to deal with that later when I've got my snuffer bottle. I'll give you guys a quick look, but nothing major. A lot of flakes that are moving around. You can see it kind of at the top of the pan. I don't know if you guys will be able to make it out or not. Right up here. I pour water into my stove. That's smart. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ah, Tim, that will be an awesome trip with Creed. Go out to his claim. I saw them out there partying in his video this week past. There you go, Careless. Hey, Ranch, how's it going, pal? Are you going live tonight? I mentioned you earlier. Wow, she's warm out here. Holy smokes. Right on, Ranch. I'll be there. 8 o'clock the usual, or 8:30, somewhere 8:30. Yeah, Creed's got some nice gold. Keeps trying to get me to do that Kinky's pay dirt of his. No thanks. 8 Eastern. So everybody 8 Eastern. I'll be at Ranches. Hope to see you guys there as well. I don't know what that says about you or me, Aaron. If that means your run was too short or I'm taking too long on the sluice, pal. Yeah, Creed's got that tiny ball mill gold. Yeah, 1 gram. Like I've heard you, Wrench. I know you know how to pan. And I get all these guys like, don't do it. I did the GNS double black diamond. I got my 1/2 gram guarantee and then some. But holy smokes, that took me 10 hours, and it was more or less to say I had done it, and then that was it. And I don't know that I wanted to get into that Creed stuff. uh, okay. So I got to get some water into this gold pan and clean these sluice mats out, but it's looking really impressive. Actually, you know what? Let's turn the sluice off temporarily. So remember that this is not my usual. This is 3 days worth of work. And as is typical for my area, everything is very flat. That's 3 days worth of prospecting right there. Just to verify my yard work story. Looking sweet. So we'll give another entry out, and then we are going to pan that out. Show us your bits. Attaboy, Wally. Hey, Medley, welcome, pal. I haven't panned anything out yet. We just showed everyone the gold in the sluice. Oh. You know what? It's worth another look just for Medley, because he's a stand-up dude, that mentally corrupted guy. So there you go, pal. About 3 days worth of prospecting last year to get that. Ugh. Yeah, the gold made it about this far, Tim, and I'll repan these tailings later as well. Not too worried about it. So, you know, I just came up with an idea. Since Philippe is guessing, keep your guesses to yourselves for now. I'm not going to give away any more entries today the regular way. Let's get this panned out, dry it out, and give somebody 5 entries for the closest guess. How's that? Let's have a little bit of fun. Some water in here. I'll let you guys wait to make your guesses till later, because you're going to have a better chance of getting it. I'll put a dime in there for perspective. You'll have a better look at it when it's all flat and laying by itself in a pan. And I do have my scale, my heat gun's in the garage, but I'll run out and grab that as well. Yeah, so Tim, you had mentioned that walk down the sluice, it's right there as far as it, and all I see is a little bit of pyrite in the rest, so not terrible. These things are super easy to clean out as well. The nice thing is the ends, you can really keep the ends bowed like that. Keeps everything where it's supposed to be. Yeah, so you stand that up vertically, turn it around, and flip it and flex it. That sounds kind of dirty. Make sure they're clean. Oh yeah, good and clean. There we go. So we'll put that back in so we can keep the bubble party going, and we'll get that pan down. But yeah, as I was mentioning before, this is kind of where you find that you're trying to get the mat back in. These legs are flopping all over the place. So could definitely use a better leg design. And my pan is full of bubbles. Hey, Joseph, welcome, pal. You didn't miss it all. You missed the sluicing, but that being said, you didn't miss the panning, which is where we show the gold. So you're doing all right. A lot of bubbles in that pan, damn it. Get rid of some of this water. I know the gold's not floating away in it, that's for sure. Actually, you know what? I'll give you guys a look at what, for those of you that might be interested in the sluice. So after all those cons, that's what I have left. So the little cleanup sluice reduces it to that. Pretty darn good. I'm gonna make myself a little makeshift panning station here. Too much, too much, too much. Here we go. Good enough for the girls I go with. Oh, this is going to be a bugger. You can already tell. Ah. My future gold girlfriend I'm setting up. Oh boy. Setting up a profile looking to find a woman for ATC. What's the criteria for that? 2 feet in a heartbeat? Emma Lou, welcome. Joseph's making good stuff in his toaster again. I missed that. At least, at the very least, I've got a catch pan, and I have, I had shown you guys earlier, I got some gold in there I got to go after anyways. I'll give you guys a look at the halfway point just to keep things interesting. That's where we're at right now. So definitely some good gold in there. Hope you guys formulate those guesses for those 5 entries. Yeah, that is the 10-inch Vine Lab, Mandy. I love this pin. So I'll give you guys a few hints. Flower Gold Wizards did the other half of these cons, and Jason got 0.65 out of his half. And he also had a picker that was in my snuffer bottle. That doesn't mean that it's exactly, I cut it exactly in half gold-wise, just give you guys an idea or a ballpark. The mosquitoes are driving me nuts. Whew. Getting there. We're getting there. We're pan some of the bottom off here so I'm not as nervous about losing stuff. The reverse dip and lift. Heavy stuff. There we go. So we missed one little tiny speck of flower gold that we'll push back up, but not bad. Don't make that 2. And we just lost chat. We're almost ready for a wait. That went quick, actually. After I panned off the bottom part, so I have my confidence that I'm not losing anything. There we go. Apologize for not keeping up with chat. I'm gonna have to get my chat back going, but kind of trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here. That flake is so thin. That big flake I showed you earlier. All right, so that's as clean as I'm getting it live. Obviously, I'll go back later with a snuffer bottle, and I'm going to go through all these as well. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of flopped some water on my tablet, and it kicked me out of chat. There we go. Oh. Oh. Let me just get my tablet cleaned off, guys. There we go. You know what, Careless? This might be the one time that 8675309 is a good guess. Ugh. Chandler in the 0.78, that could be a good guess as well. So you know what? Let me run in and grab my heat gun and a towel to dry this up a bit. Then we can get away. Be right back, guys. Hope everyone's formulating their guesses. Grab the pan and run, eh? Not that much. Wouldn't pay your gas to get to the border, GP. David Peckham is actually in the tub. That's his challenge cousin. Don't have a name for that guy that doesn't float anymore. There we go. And a bug just landed in my pan. All right. Heat gun gets rid of bubbles in a hurry. Yeah, Emma, that is the sluice. That is where we run our dirt through to get all the gold out. Thing with the flimsy legs that drive me nuts. That's where the magic happens. "33 awesome people watching. I hope you guys are formulating your guesses." I will show it again one more time, but I'll put a dime beside it. There is some black sand in there. Yeah. I think I got most of the magnetics out. I'll pass the magnet over one more time. One stupid piece of pyrite to get out of there. All right. Let me throw a dime on there, guys, and I'll give you a better look. Hey, Dylan, welcome, pal. Half a two. Maybe not half. Enough there to coat a whole grill one. Okay, so the dime is in there. Let's give you guys a better look. See if I can see what you're seeing here on my tablet. Let's give you guys a better look. There you go. That shows up pretty good. All right. Got a 785, a 0.39, 0.68. It's a Canadian dime worth 5 cents. It's actually worth about 6.5 cents. Thank you very much. 0.79, 0.726, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on the scale now, so it has lots of time to settle. So keep in mind the scale that I have out here today. I brought my other one out. It's more stable and more accurate, but it only goes to 2 decimal points. So if you guys want to be lazy and put your you could guess 3 decimal points in case 2 people are really, really close. But if you want to be lazy and guess the 2 decimal points, that works as well. I never thought I'm putting this on here right now. And that is going to shut off. It's going to have an auto shut off on it. All right, that's a good haul. 3 days worth of work for me, that's a pretty good haul. It does still have some black sand in it. All right, so all right, I'll take it back off so I can do it live for you guys. How you guys doing? Everyone comfortable? Everyone get a guess in? All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if we can get the camera. No, I'll get the weight in and I'll grab the camera. It's enough. I think everyone's had time to get their guesses in, which is cool. This was fun. I wish I had, I mean, it takes a lot of work to get this many cons processed. I wish I could do more of these. I don't know if I've got any, I don't think I've got any more jars like this hanging around the camp. This was kind of an exception. I normally process it right away. It's too bad because I didn't know all these fantastic YouTubers back when I did this. You know, so I went with like Flower Gold Wizards and a couple of the other guys. And people actually, no one turned it down. And some were like, well, I've already recorded my video and you'll have to wait and, you know, whatever. What if I get hit with tariff or shipping costs? And I was like, you know. All right, so here we go. Before that automatically shuts off. I don't know if you guys can see that well or not. I am going to call that. It's going between 0.81. 0.82 is where it's stable for the most part. And I'm sitting here talking at it. Give that a second. All right, let's call it 0.81 because it's staying there when I'm not talking. 0.81. Hey, Emily, welcome. I do something similar to this every Sunday. So who was close to 0.81 or closest to 0.81? And I told you, Careless, 0.867 would, this is the one time that you would be closest. So I got Careless at 0.867, so we'll go say 0.86. GP at 0.79 would be closer. So 0.79, so that's 5 entries to GP for the Labor Day Bash-O-Rama. You can go over, going over is fine. I'm no Bob Barker. I had 0.81 but couldn't smell it. That's awesome, Mega Dog. There you go. Usually this takes me 4 hours and half a dozen beer to do this, so we made good time tonight. So you guys hearing a noise? Because there's no noise here. The only noise that there is at all would be my air conditioning unit. You hear a work truck? There's no work truck around here. That's really weird because that AC unit runs all the time on Sundays when I do this. Sorry about that. It's been going for 5 hours. I've been live for, a little over an hour, but yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the AC unit, not much I can do about it. It happens to be outside the window where my router is. Normally the camera's a couple of feet over. You know what? Here's what we can do. Let's see if this fixes it. We're only going to stay live for 10 more minutes or so. But let's see how that looks. Hey, keep digging. Sorry about that. I didn't know you guys could even hear that. I never thought of it because I just moved the camera about 3 feet away from the AC unit is right here. Ben's got a cute butt. There we go. Oh, all right. Rerun the show. Not happening. I got my gold out there. I still got to go through all those tailings some other time. Oh. So yeah, lesson learned. I won't put the camera that close to the. Actually, no. We're getting kind of the point where the AC unit's not going to be running much anymore, anyways. So I did not. You want to give the entries to Joseph GP? That's mighty awesome of you. So we had 5 for Joseph, 5 for Philippe for his super chat, 10 for Wes, and who won the first one? Tim. Tim won the first one. Nux to GP on that one. Bro fist for JP, for GP. Led Zeppelin does indeed rock. So Prairie on Prairie on Labor Day, Monday. We're going to draw for gold nugget and 2 other prizes, which may also be gold nuggets. It all depends what comes in the bag. $5 for troubled one. Wally had a $5. Did I miss that, Wally? I mean, I trust all you guys, obviously, so that's $5 for Wally. I do go through all through my streams, and YouTube pops up whoever donates. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, as they say, you know, a little snow on the roof. Yeah, no, absolutely. If Wally says he, and I don't know if I acknowledged it or not, which is what kind of makes me feel bad, right? So we got 5 just in for a troubled one. That is awesome, buddy. You just made the list again. I do not have Cash App, Mandy. I do have PayPal. My email, is on my page. It's the same as my PayPal. You can just send it there if you want. But I don't mind if YouTube takes a cut. To be honest, like, I'm kicking in out of pocket for it as well. Not that big of a deal. Everyone who has memberships gets free entries along with their memberships too. So we are looking. I'm already thinking, because the pay dirt's going to be ordered, to make sure that it's here by the Labor Day weekend. I figure the Labor Day Monday would be a good time. Everyone can go out party Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we can all chill on the Monday afternoon. Have a chill out and give away some nuggets and pan some pay dirt. $10, Gail, you absolute legend. So there's 10 more entries. Gail's on the list again. Thank you very much, Gail. You guys are super generous. And just so you're aware, the entries are going towards September, but September's is already paid for. So what I'm really hoping to do is keep this going, so all that extra stays in the kitty, so that it's not so long again until our next one. Obviously, everyone, the first monetized live I had, people were so freaking generous, and you know, we almost paid for the big bag of pay dirt right there. So everything stays in the kitty so that I can do this again, and then that way there won't be a big long wait until the next one. Don't scratch. No, those are mosquito spots. The parsnip is gone, although there's a massive one just to my left. In behind that goldenrod you guys were staring at while you were listening to the air conditioner. I'm still dealing with the parsnip around my ankles when I went fishing. The Crocs don't do a whole lot to protect you from the old parsnip. But that was a rookie mistake on my part, to be honest with you. Anyone that likes the outdoors like me knows when you have parsnip and stuff like that in the area, never walk back on the same trail you walked in on, because you break the stems and the leaves walking through, and then when you walk back and you get the juice on you, that's what kind of does it. I still got a couple of scars that are healing from this summer. It's crazy. All right. Plus, we got to break out my buddy Bruce today. I haven't seen Bruce since I was doing pay dirt. Some folks have Elf on the shelf. I've got Bruce on a sluice. So, anyways, guys, that was a good day. Like I said, 3 days worth of work. I'm not making minimum wage, getting 0.8 0.81 out of 3 days of work, but it's still a lot of fun. I love getting out there. I actually did better than Jason did with my dirt. He got 0.65, but so 1.4, more or less 1.45 grams is what I get in a week. So like 6 days of prospecting out of a 7-day week. So, you know, a lot of better rich areas. It's all about the fun and it's all about getting outside. So thank you, Mama Bird. I enjoyed it. It is a nice cleanup. And that big flake kind of made it for me. Really thin and it was flopping all over the place, but it's just a flattened nugget, as GP said. Yeah, poisoned parsnip is no joke. You know what? Just hang on a sec. We'll do a little public service announcement here. It doesn't take long to find this around here. But if you guys see this stuff, you'll see it growing in the ditches around the highways. You see me holding a towel. That is poison parsnip. You get that juice on your skin, it gets in the sun, and it will drive you absolutely nuts. And the reason they call it, by the way, poison parsnip, look at the root ball on that. I'm gonna have to burn my towel now. Yeah, that's the stuff. And I don't know how the guys do it, cutting the highways. It shows up in the medians everywhere too. But yeah, let that be my public service announcement for the evening. Anyways, guys, I really want to thank everyone for showing up. You missed the gold troubled one? We could show you that. It's in a pan now. Why not? One last look at the gold on the way out. You might have to listen to the AC again for a few seconds. I can move the pan. Actually starting to lose daylight a little bit too. There we go, guys. Make sure that shows up good. I can see you guys on my tablet. There we go. Now I'm all paranoid about the parsnip. All right, guys. So again, thanks to everyone for watching. Big special thanks to anyone that gave a super chat or joined a membership. I do go back through the streams. I make sure I catch everybody because I don't want to rely on YouTube to give me the information of who did what. It's easy enough, though, to do when you look back in the records. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Wrench tonight, 8 o'clock. I'll be there. Hope to see all of you guys there. We're 20 after 7. I'll start cleaning up. I'll get my stuff, anything that I don't want exposed to the elements overnight, and my gold away. And then I'll see you guys over at Wrench's place. Cheers. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you on the next one. Video coming up for GP's awesome gold from Missouri. Ciao, guys.